Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. I have a Porsche Cayenne V6 3.0 diesel here. Okay, so just getting the diagnostic there connected up. We're inside, we have a flashing glow plug symbol, engine management light on, and it is apparently a block DPF issue because he's had it at a local Halfords or Auto Centre or something, and they couldn't fix the problem, so they tried to do a DPF clean, and they said the problem was that they couldn't reset it, and the DPF clean has worked. But we're going to have a look at it now. Hopefully I have the software. This is going to be the main concern for me with a car like this. A car like this for me is, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I might have done one in the past, but I can't actually remember. So what I need to do is make sure that I can get this software reset. Doing the job for me, cleaning the DPF, is not a problem at all. It's just, have I got the equipment, software that's going to be able to reset this, and hopefully there's no, dealership locked like security access codes on it, which I'm seeing a lot of lately. So let's get straight in and have a look at the diagnostics. So I think my best option here to get access to this car is going to be the Launch UK Euro Tab 3. We'll get this connected up. What I might do before I even try and do the clean on this is just make sure that I can do the resets. So I might do this job sort of back to front, which is like telling the car it's had a new DPF and clearing the codes, and then cleaning the DPF. But obviously we need to give it a scan here and see what the issue is. So obviously I've already had a chat with the customer before we started, and he said the car doesn't go anywhere apart from the school run every day, which is like a mile or so. And I know a lot of people would say, why have you got a diesel car that only does that mileage? Obviously some people just buy them because that's what's for sale, and they don't really think about, what the short journeys are gonna cause long term. Now what I'm thinking is, obviously what the customer said is that there is only a fault there for the DPF. He's had it at Halfords, like I said, on another mechanic, and he said both of those guys could not reset the issue. They couldn't reset the diagnostic part of it. But we'll have a look now and see what's going on. I'm hoping that the Tab 3 will come to the rescue. It's not a car I do regularly, like I said, Porsche or whatever way you like to say it. So in the engine we have a P24A300 particle filter clogged. Now we don't have any other fault codes here, again, which is like pointing to what the customer said. It's just a block DPF. But what I don't know is, I don't know if there was codes here before this car has come to me. So I don't know if there was another fault code and the other garage has cleared it and it just hasn't come back. But obviously, looking at what I'm looking at here, it looks like I might just have to do a DPF clean, and that should be okay. But obviously looking here now, we've got battery voltage supply limits, and I did hear it struggle as I just started the engine, because when the customer pulled up he turned the engine off, started the engine up, and I could hear that the engine struggled a little bit to start there. So it's going to need a battery replacement as well as the DPF clean. Let's go into the engine module, look at the data stream. Okay, we've got a very different looking setup here than what I'm used to seeing. Catalytic converter and diesel particle filter. Let's just click all of those, go down along. Since last regeneration, what's that, 182,000 meters. Soot load mass measured 50 grams. Soot load limit 1, limit 2, but the measured soot is 50 grams, which is very high. Diesel particle filter pressure, it's fluctuating a little bit, 88 to 97 millibars. That is quite high. Let's hold it up to 2500 RPM, which is the max that it goes to. We have about 450 millibars of pressure. Now, can I get this reset is the big question. Let's go back. So we're going back again. I won't go to the special function here. First I'm going to try special functions over here. Let's see what we have. Diesel. Well, I don't want to do a regeneration, but sometimes there's other options within this. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Adaptions, engine off. See if we can adapt. No, kick down adaption, we don't want to do that. Adapt bank 1 particle filter mileage. Let's try that. Mileage of the particle filter 0 kilometers. Right. Mileage ridden successfully. Let's see what this one says. So that says 0 as well. We're just going to press right anyway. So that doesn't seem to have done much, I don't think. Let me go back to, let's go back to the engine module, see what we can have in here. Special function. So we've got the same. Control unit, online coding. We don't want to do the online coding. Online function. Coding, programming, installation, refitting. Download files, okay. This is all a bit different now for me. Vehicle description. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Right, well now that we've done the reset of the mileage, let's just see what happens if we clear the code. Does the coil light stop flashing? Wait until that's clear. Give it a minute or so. Make sure we've cleared the engine management. DME, yep. Okay, now let's recycle the ignition and see if that has the ability there to clear the fault. No, so we've still got a flashing glow plug. Pretty sure we had a engine management light as well though, but that's gone, is it? Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a look in the online programming section. See what we have here. DME 1, DME 2. Let's see. Some by individual. So you're risking yourself if you want to change stuff in the ECU, basically it's saying. Let's just cancel that. So, alright, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do much with this reset of the DPF. I might have to try a couple of different diagnostic tools just to confirm. So it doesn't even give me the option to do a regen. Even if I wanted to do a regen, it doesn't give me that option. Short tests, adaptions, system test. Bleed the fuel system. Not much help. Okay, now I'll try the auto fix D1. See if this is any good. Okay, so I'm in so far at the hot functions. We have diesel particulate filter here now in front of me. We'll wait for this to load. Okay, so we're left with this message. It's not supported. So that's not much help. We're back. We'll try go through the diagnosis menu and try that again. Okay, so it doesn't look like this is much help at all because it's not really finding anything on here. So we'll exit this. Okay, so I'm going to try the snap-on Verus Edge here that I have. We'll get this loaded up and try this one. Okay, so I'm in looking at the DPF menu, so it's going into a regen menu here, it says, but not a reset. So there's no reset, but we can find regen. Follow the temperatures up to 300 degrees, 527 degrees Fahrenheit. So this wants to do, basically it wants to do a regen. Okay. I think if that's the only way we can do it, then I might have to. Faults on the components of the engine, excessive temperatures. Any faults in the DME must be rectified, yeah, but we haven't got any. Yep. before you do the DPF. It's just telling you if you have any faults in these areas: air mass, flow sensor, turbocharger, boost pressure, throttle valve, crankshaft sensor, intake pipes, intake air track, exhaust gas recirculation, fuel level indicator. Make sure and remedy any of these causes before you start. Okay, so it looks like it's just doing some calculations about how much soot is in there. It's telling me to hold the brake pedal and accelerator. So it looks like it's evening out at around about 60 grams of soot there. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes or so. That didn't seem to do anything because we still have 59 grams of soot on the DPF. So what I'm thinking I might do is, if we can get the pressure down, maybe try this quickly, and it might sort of say, yeah, the DPF's in a good enough condition, and reset. Might have to try and clean it first and then go from there. Okay, so looking under the car, might have been mistaken. I'm pretty sure at the start I said this is a 3 litre V6, but it's not. It's the 4.2 litre. So it's got two DPFs. We got a DPF over here on bank 1 and a DPF as well here. So we're going to need to get some cleaning fluid in both of these DPFs. So I've removed the tube here for the first DPF, and I'm going to connect up my own hose here. Get that pushed over. Now we'll squeeze the trigger and get this pushed in. Okay, so that's the second side now done as well. Okay, so I can't find the live pressure for the differential pressure of the DPF on the snap-on, so I'm going to switch back to the launch again. Okay, so we start the engine up. We have 20 bars of pressure. We're going to hold it up. So it looks like we've got two sides of the DPF here. One side is a little bit more blocked than the other. We'll keep an eye on those now. I think we're down from, was it 450 pressure? So the pressure has come down considerably. It's just obviously this grams of soot here. We need to get these to drop. We can see the measured soot is dropping, 4.4, but the calculated soot is what's not moving.